Ciao a tutti and welcome to Apex Racing TV from Autodromo Nazionale Monza in Italy. Andrew Woodhouse alongside Alex Simpson, iRacing World Championship driver, and Adam Bath, who isn't. And Adam, welcome as usual, mate, and happy birthday for the other day as well. And yeah, what are you expecting from Monza? No first chicane, so we're going to have some crazy speeds going into the Curva della Roggia.
It seems to be a personal favourite of everybody, doesn't it, this first chicane layout? No matter what happens on iRacing, we always seem to come back here year after year. So, yeah, the first chicane, lots of slipstreaming. We saw it in the Ritmatech Sports Car Series late last night, and that was with a first chicane included. So, if we take that one out, I think we could be seeing shades of what we saw at Watkins Glen a week ago. So, any track that's got loads of slipstreaming is a good one in my book, and yeah, I think we're going to enjoy this one again.
Alex, we had a brilliant meeting last week, and I think we could be in for a bit of the same thing. We had a fantastic race in the small hours of the morning in the Ritmatech Sports Car Series here, and what are you expecting from this pack of well over 40 cars here?
Yeah, well, I think, like you said, based on last night's race where we only had, what, sort of 10 cars out there, it was a very enjoyable race, and I think we're just going to have that again. I'm not sure we're going to be able to keep up with all the action tonight, but we'll do our best.
Well, indeed. I will point out we had 26 cars, was it, in total that we had racing last night? 10 Mazdas, though, yes. And yet again, the Ritmatech Sports Car Series was absolutely fantastic, and we do urge everybody. I know it doesn't get viewed massively because of I think the time it's on, but go back on the channel and watch it, because leave some likes on there, because the racing, Adam's absolutely brilliant in that.
Really enjoyable last night, yeah, especially with the pit stop as well. And I wonder we could see some similar things happening here today. We've got the championship standings to hand, so I'll run you through them after 8 races, 2 race meetings. Roy Verke leads the way for Automech Not Kill, and that is outright as well. You don't often see an Automech Not Kill team car running at the top of the standings, but they're doing so here. Boosted in second, and then 1 point behind them is Adam McNally in third. They've got quite a lot of youth energy cars here today. They've brought the cavalry with them. 4th, Jack McIntyre. 5th is Dan Hunt. 6th is Fliss with Ross McFarlane in 7th, Broughton Grant in 8th, Kip Stevens 9th, and Brian Holmes running out the top 10. And then over in the team standings, it's Momo Racing leading the way, 88 points ahead of Youth Energy, with My Little Pony in third, with Automech Not Kill 4th, and Boosted Motorsports rounding out the top 5 in the teams.
Alex, do you remember there used to be a My Little Pony car kicking about on Apex Racing TV a long time ago, didn't there? Remember when we used to do the rookie leagues, I think? There used to be one, like, about. I can't remember who drove it though, but yeah, there was one. And what a lap, by the way, by Anwar Smith, and 4/10 of a second quicker than everyone.
Really impressive lap there by Anwar Smith. That puts him on provisional pole, and yeah, 4/10 of a second on a circuit where it is so quick and so difficult to gain any time. That's a very good lap indeed, ahead of the likes of Josh Thompson and Stalin Chepelevsky, so no mean feat getting past those two guys.
He's in the youth energy car, so he did get a really, really good
amount of energy.
He did get a little bit of, yeah, he got a lot of energy. Oh, he got a bump draft from Josh Thompson.
So he's caused his own downfall then, Josh Thompson.
Potentially on one of the laps, but no, his first lap, 201.2, first lap out of the pits, and he absolutely smashed it. That was brilliant from Smith. And yeah, it was a bit patchy when we saw him in the Porsche earlier on in the year in the BSR Porsche Cup, but he's definitely showing his mettle here. And Josh Thompson joins him on the front row of the grid, Adam, as well.
Qualifying by Josh, actually. We usually see him in the midfield in the Kias, but yeah, he's been able to get a good run together here, and shows he's definitely got the pace no matter what he drives. And yeah, on the front row of the grid for this one.
Right, so Smith takes pole in 201.2. Josh Thompson alongside him in second place. Stalin Chepelevsky in third, with Daniel Hunt in fourth, Peter Van Gool in fifth, and Lee Deemer in sixth. Another good performance by him. Jamie Ayres in seventh, Stuart Atkinson eighth, ninth for Steve Hefford, 10th Jack McIntyre, 11th for Brian Holmes, 12th Neil Bamber, Adam McNally in 13th, 14th Andrew Whitehead, 15th Dan McCauley, Adam Hedgecock in 16th, Max Wright 17th, Gareth Hicklin in 18th. David Waldock in 19th, in the Cop car, Vlad Zajkovsky in 20th, 21st Ross McFarlane, 22nd Nick McKerran, 23rd Robert Lundgren, 24th Joe McDonald, and then it's 25th for Lorne Murray, Colin Robinson in 26th, Craig Jones 27th, and championship leader Roy Verke, 4 seconds off the pace actually, unusually for him in 28th place. Michael Barry, 29th. Stephen Minton, 30th. David Ayres, that's 31st. And then all the drivers who seemingly fell foul of the stewards last week or didn't get a clean lap in qualifying. Alex Smolensky, Laura Bond, Stephen Baxter, John Roberts, Nathan Davies, Mark King, Rafe Cullinan, Cesare Rizzo, Kip Stevens, Adam Broughton-Grant, Chris Daines, Matthew Bacon, Lewis Bibby, Greg Giles, Joe Clifford, Adi King, and Rob Jackson. A lot of drivers not with a time, Alex, and I wonder if a few of them were a bit naughty last week.
Yeah. Well, there was a lot of accidents, weren't there? So I'm not.
There was a lot of accidents. There were some pile-ups and everything, but yeah, should be a good one. Adam, who's your money on?
For this one, I might say as an outside bet, Josh Thompson. I reckon he might be able to get this one done. A 15-minute race. We haven't got the laps ready just yet for this one. Also should mention that we do have admin privileges for this one, so we have them at the ready. Should anybody mess about, or should there be any big crashes going into the Curva Grande once we get up to speed, as here come the lights.
We got 20 incident limit, no fast repairs. 15 minutes around Autodromo Nazionale Monza, and the green light is on. Good start by Smith from pole. Very good start by Chepelevsky off of third place as well. And then you've got in fourth place Peter Van Gulden and Dan Hunt. So towards what would be the Rettifilio, Adam. However, it's mysteriously disappeared.
Yeah, we go past it there. I remember Kat's having a big one when we were racing in the Kia at this circuit as we go through the Curva Grande for the first time.
Oh no, here we go, it's kicking off on the outside already. And there's a crash in Curva Grande, there's a few cars off, Atkinson is in the gravel. And there's about 6 or 7 cars in the gravel already.
Good news is
to be off the circuit at the moment.
Yeah, the good news is there's a whole lot of runoff area there, so we shouldn't be needing a safety car. Thompson and the other Youth Energy car, Rob door handles, that's Anwar Smith, so Chepelevsky's taken the lead. Smith second, Thompson now in third as we go into the Lesmos. How did it all start?
Great big... oh, and into the wall is 29.
Craig Jones.
Craig Jones, and someone else is in the gravel as well. I couldn't see who it was.
McFarlane, I think it was.
McFarlane. Thank you, Alex. Couldn't see that at all.
It's not been the best.
Trees.
Not been the best start, has it? We've got about 4 or 5 cars stuck in the rut already.
You know what? Luckily, Alex, that massive gravel trap in Curva Grande came into play there, and it was a good job it was there, really.
I was about to say, and that is exactly why it's there, isn't it, in real life, you know?
Because we had, yeah, because otherwise, if that wasn't there, you'd have cars bouncing back into the track, and we only had, I think, one maybe that came back onto the racing surface. Peter Van Gool with a big slowdown. It looks like a slowdown in the Youth Energy car. He's dropped down the order to what is 6th or 7th place. And there are 2 distinct groups, it looks like now, after the crashes on it.
Yeah, we'll run you through them now as they come out of the final corner. Some drivers have lost out big time.
What's happened to Anwar Smith? He's got a lot of damage on the front of his car, Adam. I didn't even see that on that lap.
Josh, sorry to interrupt.
That was with Josh, yeah. The two of them made a bit of contact going through the first of the Lesmos. That's what caused the front left damage. They were wheel to wheel there, but Chepelevsky leads at the end of the first lap. It doesn't seem to be slowing Anwar Smith down at all, does it? Look at the speed he's gaining on the Chepelevsky car in front as we go through past the Rettifilio. I don't think he's close enough to have a move into the Curva Grande. Or is he? He is.
There he is. Up the inside then. The driver of Anwar Smith into the lead.
Well, yes, indeed.
Yes.
To get on the brakes.
Comes Cheppy. And he's not going to do anything here. Who's out the inside? It's Thompson.
Oh, it would be.
Having a go. Yeah, of course it would. On Daniel Hunt. And Van Gool trying to fight back. He was in 5th on the grid. Going to go up the inside of Thompson here into Lesmo 1. It's high on the curb though, and he washes out to the outside. Going through the gravel is Hefford. He's made a good start actually. 9th on the grid, Adam, to P3 at the moment. Yeah,
have you ever seen Steve Hefford good in a Mazda before? Yes, I have.
Yes,
ever.
lots.
Yeah, 6 positions gained up to 3rd place, Steve Hefford.
He's very good in the Mazda.
Very good in the MX5 Cup that we used to broadcast on the Sunday night, and replicating that form here, drives for Team Momo. They're leading the team's championship. So
he was very good in the Winter Series as well, wasn't he?
Yeah.
In 2016-17. And yeah, fantastic performance from him there, and he's picking up where he left off. Thompson versus Hunt versus Van Gool is still going on, and then behind them you've got a couple of guys tagging onto the battle, Jack McIntyre, and just at the back, Vlad Zańczkowski and Alex, we saw in the Rick Sports Car Series this morning. We will keep referring back to that because the Mazda, of course, does run in that. And we saw Tom Rathje lose about a second and a half to the group in front and managed to come back. So Zainchkovsky, you can see pulling closer.
Yeah, definitely doable. Just having a little look at some battles further back. Nathan Davis, McDonald, Bibby, all sort of around there.
Three wide.
3 wide, yeah.
For a second. McDonald losing out a little bit.
Just behind that fighting trio, you have got PC David Waldock in 20th place. Give him a watchful eye, keep making sure there's a bit of law and order going on here.
The long arm of the law versus the long arm of the lawn. Lon Murray.
I thought I saw another one out there as well tonight. So.
What, another police car?
Yeah. I may be
BSR
wrong.
Rozzers.
You must be paranoid. Have you been committing crimes? You've got only crimes against driving.
Oh, there is. Look, I'm telling you, there is another one out there.
Where is it?
Dan McCauley's in it.
Dan McCauley.
Oh, well.
Let's have a look.
Yeah.
Oh, he is. Okay,
You sure that's just not a big warning?
Well,
yeah, well,
Stay away.
we saw from the
People
amount
will
of
think
cars.
that's
Sorry, Dad.
people will think that's the bloody safety car.
Well, we saw
With all
from the
those like chevrons on the back of it.
qualifying results and the amount of cars that were protested.
Oh, no.
If you do the crime, be prepared to do the time.
Yes, and the amount of penalties that were dished out from Watkins. Watkins is always one where you're going to get many people with penalties. Look at the group of drivers actually from in 15th, 16th and 17th places at the moment. Lewis Bibby, 29 positions gained. Cesare Rizzo, 23, and 19 positions gained for Nathan Davis. They're absolutely flying through the field, Alex.
Yeah, great job from the back. Oh, someone's around. Sorry,
Barry.
Ah, Barry. Yeah.
6, 7, 5.
Oh no, what's happened?
Oh no!
Oh, what's gone on here? It's a Team Mad car.
Oh,
it's Broughton Grant, which looks
it's
like
his teammate, is it?
Oh,
It
it
was
is
his
his teammate.
Oh,
Looks like
no.
the whole car's collapsed, I think. Let's have a look what happened here. Oh, we called it.
Bad, isn't it? I didn't press the replay button.
I
This is
couldn't
bad.
see it, unfortunately, and I'm now disappointed I can't.
Well, I can.
48 is coming through as well. Who's that?
It wasn't pretty.
Oh, go on, what happened then?
Well, he spins. Oh, I just need to rewind it back. Michael Barry spins, goes into the wall on the inside of Ascari. Then he keeps his car pinned on the middle of the circuit, and then poor Adam Broughton Grant can't decide whether to go left or right, and then in the end just decides to settle for going into it.
Well, Dave Crozier might have some work to do. In fact, they're 3 wide twice here. Cullinan, Bodis, and no, it's not Bodis, it's Baxter. Sorry, I'm just used to that blue livery there. Cullinan, Baxter, and Danes.
Have you seen the top 10? They are so close. It was going into the Della Roggia. It was insane.
We might need to start looking at it, to be fair, because it's Heffern leading.
Dan Hunt's gone into the gravel at the Lesmos. He was turned by car 37. That was Dan. That was Jack McIntyre. Yeah. Oh, and someone's off with him. Oh, good grief.
That was close.
What?
That's not what you want to see coming towards you. Can you imagine if you had Linoculus on right there? You'd be like, oh, shit.
This is the end. Yeah, Lewis Bibby.
Hunt's off again, by the way. Still off.
Yeah, he just hasn't recovered yet. That's it. There he goes.
Dear.
He's in the Vadim Cogai gravel trap, I think.
Oh God! Well, is that not every gravel trap that Vadim Kogai was in? Vadim Cockeyed maybe was what? Because he definitely couldn't find the racetrack that day. Who's that? Cullinan and number 17 is Chris Danes.
Chris Danes, yeah.
Cullinan's made a right mess of the Ascari, and that'll be Danes through, and that might be Baxter through as well.
Yeah, McDonald's dropping down the order as well. You can just see the McDonald's car in the background, just regaining his marbles there.
They might have made a happy meal of the Ascari.
Oh,
he's got a McDonald's car.
I'm trying to think of more puns, but yeah.
Where can the puns be? I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, running out onto the escape or onto the runoff area there is car 86. That's got to be the boosted car of John Roberts. Indeed, it is. He's down there fighting for about 24th place. He had a back of the grid penalty for this one, so he's trying to get some positions back.
Here we go then, and Dan Hunt trying to get a position back as well. That's on
lead battle
championship
as well.
leader Roy Viverke.
Lead battle as well. It's bumper to bumper here as we go through Curva Grande 2 by 2. Hefford, Cheppy.
Oh my God.
Oh!
Oh no.
It's definitely bumper to bumper now. No one's been Rogered at the Roger yet, as Alex would say. But they're getting close. Chepelewski retakes the lead. Hefford trying to get up the inside into the Lesmo, but I think everyone's keeping their cards close to their chest here with 5 minutes to go.
Yeah, that was pretty good driving there, Alex, through the Curva della Roggia, because it's not easy to go through there 2x2.
No, great job. I have to say the guys at the front, you know, they know their stuff.
Oh, he said it now. Ascari's coming. Ascari's coming up.
Still going to go pear-shaped, isn't it?
Hefford's pushing Stellion down the straight.
Oh, I don't know whether that stuff involves the many ways to kill you if you're in a Mazda.
Oh no! Oh no, we're all right.
Thompson getting
Stellion
close.
will be lucky that he doesn't get a slowdown there, because he went right across the inside of that that left-hand part at the end of the Ascari.
Right. Thompson trying to forge a path on his own. No one wants to go with him.
You know what? He's going quicker on his own. I think
Hefford might try and join him
drafted.
here. Oh, he's having a little peek there, isn't he, going into the Parabolica?
Oh, and he nudges Stellion.
Thompson. Ooh.
Oh, Thompson from a long way back. Who's that in the 88? That's Anwar Smith, our pole sitter. He destroyed everyone in qualifying, and
It is amazing. It is amazing the run you get off the final corner of your lead, and then you just get caught straight back up before you even cross the official start line here. Oh,
you know, when I was
that.
driving the Mustang through here, as we go 3 wide, even in the Mustang, it was half a second that you lose down the main straight. So it's going to be about 1 second in the Mazda. Oh my goodness me! Look at this 6-pack of cars going through the Curva Grande now, 2 by 2 by 2.
Can you imagine a rookie race here?
Yeah, we saw it on lap 1.
Some safety rating would have been lost there, definitely.
Yeah, I think it still could be. Oh no! Thompson into the back of Hefford.
And again, and then
trying to cut
Chepelewski.
back, trying to make it 3 wide. Yeah, me.
I can see 2 Youth Energy cars going at it. That's Smith and Peter Van Gool. That's up the inside of Simon Tchaikovsky, going into the first of the Lesmos.
Vlad's done a really good job, Alex. He's 14 positions gained so far.
Yeah, I mean, he's quick, isn't he? So he didn't have the best of qualifiers, but certainly made his way up there.
He's quick, but it's impressive that he's managed to get into the lead group after starting so far down. I think it's rare to see that in race 1 when it's based purely on merit.
Biggest mover in the field is...
Oh, here we go. Sorry, Adam. I just saw Chepelewski emerging from behind Steve Hefford's car and thought a move might be on, but he decided against it, the Bulgarian driver.
Biggest mover is car 313. That's Lewis Bibby. He's in 13th place, gained 29 positions during this one. So that's a very good job there by the BSR World Series race winner.
Amazing.
Now they're coming up on some lap traffic, the leaders. That is the green car. Yeah, Stuart Atkinson.
Stuart Atkinson, who ended up in the gravel at Curva Grande. Can finish the race from here. We can score some points from here. We've got about 2.5 minutes to go. Yeah.
Hopefully this doesn't cause any issues. Atkinson getting out the way. What race was it where we saw cars actually going on to that runoff area on the inside as we started one of the laps?
It was one a couple of weeks ago, wasn't it? Was it the Club 73?
I think it was. Yeah,
it was the Jettas, maybe, was it?
That's very close.
Oh no, it'll have been the Kias actually, won't it? Let's face it.
Chepelewski wants the lead back, doesn't he? He's at the inside going into Curva Grande. Also, Anwar Smith wants second place.
Careful, Josh. Might quarter panel Hefford here. He was ever so close to absolutely spearing Hefford off into the wall.
Oh, Vlad has to get on the brakes, and Peter Van Gool had to be really good at checking up there.
One needs to be careful here. Alex, what do you do in this situation?
Just go with it.
Do you try and move forward, or do you try and survive?
Well, you've got to go for it, I think. But yeah, just go with it and see what happens. I think, you know, bit like the Daytona 500, isn't it? You know, when it's go time, you know, you just go with it and see what happens. Hope for the best.
I can tell you when you're saying go time, that's when inevitably in any Daytona 500 or Indy 500 that I've ever done, someone will crash in front of me and I'll get caught up in it. It's just typical. As soon as I start going forward and caring about the race, yeah, someone will stack it, I can guarantee you. Let's hope nobody stacks it here, because Been a really good battle with the top 6 here. Stallion Chepelevsky, Josh Thompson, Steve Hefford, Peter Van Gool, Vlad Zainchkovsky and Anwar Smith, the pole sitter. And here comes Steve Hefford looking for 2nd place. Stallion moving over to the signs, inadvertently giving a massive draft to Steve Hefford. Adam, we got a double slipstream there.
Yeah, that really helped him out, didn't it? A lap ago, Steve Hefford was the leader. He's down to 2nd place. Who's going to be the leader this time as we go into Curve Grande? It's Vlad Zainchkovsky takes the widest line on the exit known to man. And here we go onto the front straight.
Off-ski there.
Very good. Onto the lap 8 then. This is going to be the final lap of the race. And the problem with the quarter panel in these cars is that they're not front-wheel drive. So if you do get hit, there's going to be no way of saving them, as Josh Thompson is now bringing them up, pushing Anwar Smith to the lead. And now it's going to be Hefford pushing Chepelevsky.
Here we go then. The 2-car tango firmly in effect. What will be the final lap?
105 kilometres an hour reaching going through Curve Grande.
A lot in the Mazda. That's 125, 130 miles an hour nearly. And Thompson moves over to the middle. Hefford's probing. He's looking for an opening.
Oh, he's doing it. He's going to do it, Josh Thompson.
Thompson's going to think about the middle here and then for once makes a sensible decision.
Oh, no,
and he's hit Smith.
Instant commentator's curse there.
Yeah.
Not quite convinced that was his fault. We'll have to go back and have a quick look at that again, but that's a tough one, isn't it? Off goes Chepelevsky.
Off goes everyone.
Everyone. They're not bothered about the gravel here.
The last lap, Anwar Smith down to 11th after that. Is a shame for the pole sitter, and it's a terrible disaster for Youth Energy because they were on for possibly 2 cars on the podium. Now it's really split up a bit now. Chepelevsky has a 7/10 of a second lead.
That will put
Anwar Smith had to tow back to the pits as well. It's game over for him.
I think that will put Adam McNally up a couple of positions.
Indeed it does, up to 6.
It does help Youth Energy slightly, but here we go then. Final straight before the Parabolica on the final lap. Vlad Zainchkovsky's comeback is complete from 20th. He's going to finish 3rd if he negotiates the Parabolica well. But into this corner for the final time. Famous corner. It's not quite as challenging as it used to be, but still a very tricky corner. Stallion Chepelevsky. The tight apex. Runs it out wide to the outside. And he cuts back to the inside to take the checkered flag here in race 9 of the season. The BSR MX5 Showdown goes to Stallion Chepelevsky. Steve Hefford in 2nd place. He'll be delighted with that from 9th on the grid. And Vlad Zainchkovsky completes the podium.
We'll have noticed that Lewis Bibby's tumbled down the order. There's been a bit of an incident on the final lap of the race. We might be able to have a look back at it later. But yeah, here come the rest. Cullinan and Wright close.
Cullinan and Wright, yeah. Oh, and everybody's piled into it as well, going through the final corner.
Oh dear. Well, there's this, and there's also something that happened in the Lesmo earlier that we might have to look at as well. Oh dear, the Rothmans car, one of the Rothmans cars.
Oh, there was a car blinking with, it's Davis, isn't it? In the Rothmans car, am I right?
David Ayres, has he just run out of fuel? Yeah, I think he's just run out of fuel. And I think maybe McIntyre's run out of fuel as well.
Look at Roy Ververke trying to get the car home, car number 2, going into the Parabolica.
So what happened in the Lesmos? And the reason why Lewis Bibby is...
was it Anwar Smith that he collided with in the Lesmos?
You know what? It's Smith recovering with a severely damaged car. He comes onto the racing line, tries to then get off the racing line. Davis is already committed to the outside. And then Smith, as a result, hits Bibby.
And then car 313, that is Bibby, yeah.
Bibby hits Rizzo, and
someone
really,
else
they were
in
just
the middle.
all...
Yeah.
Tried to find it, unfortunately I couldn't quite get it with the replays.
It's a little bit slack from Smith, it looks like. But again, it's tough when you've got a damaged car. I mean, what can you...
Oh yeah, we've seen the damage model with these cars. They roll over at you're turning them into the corner sometimes if they're damaged.
It's one of those that looks bad, but I don't know if it's quite as bad as what it looks, because Anwar looks like he's tried to get out of the way. Maybe didn't anticipate the closing speed of Davies, and Davies had already gone to the left. He has finished the race though, Nathan Davies, in 11th place.
Well, we'll run you through the finishing order then from this first race of the day. Stelian Chapelevsky takes the win. Second, Steve Hefford. Third for Vlad Tchaikovsky with Peter Van Gool in fourth. Fifth, Josh Thompson. Sixth, Adam McNally. Seventh, Andrew Whitehead in the end. Nick McCarron in eighth. Gareth Hickling ninth and Adam Hedgecock in 10th. Then we've got Nathan Davis. I think he inherits the biggest mover award. I think he does. Yeah, 24 positions gained for him. 12th for Cesare Rizzo. In fact, he's the biggest mover. Yeah. 26 positions gained. Well done there, Rizzo.
And for Bibby. Bibby, even though he went down the order and lost about, what was about 15 seconds, he's still getting 26 places.
Baxter finishing in 13th, 14th Lorne Murray, 15th Robert Lundgren, 16th John Roberts, 17th Joe McDonald, then it's the aforementioned Bibby in 18th, Kip Stevens 19th and 20th for Neil Bamber, Chris Daines in 21st, 22nd Max Wright, 23rd for Rafe Cullinan, David Waldock in 24th place with the best number, 96, 25th Anwar Smith, 26th Roy Verke, 27th is Greg Charles with Ross McFarlane 28th, Stephen Minton 29th, and then the cars 1 lap down or more. Some of these will be in contention for the reverse grid too. Jack McIntyre 1 lap down, David Ayres as well, Stuart Atkinson as well. We saw him getting lapped by the lead guys a few laps ago. Daniel McCauley 33rd, 2 laps down. Dan Hunt as well, 2 laps down along with A.D. King. Rob Jackson, Michael Barry 4 laps down along with Laura Bond. Adam Broughton Grant unfortunately taken out by his own teammate. Joe Clifford, 5 laps down along with Colin Robinson, Craig Jones, Brian Holmes, Jamie Ayres, Lee Deemer, Matthew Bacon, 7 laps down. Someone made a pig's ear of his race, or maybe the other way around. Mark King, 7 laps down, and Alex Smolensky wasn't able to take the start for this one. So, yeah, he finished in 48th place.
There's a lot of attrition there, Alex, and it says a lot that Bibby, like I say, crashed. He lost 15 seconds and only lost about 3 places, I think, in the end.
Yeah, crazy. We always see that, I think, with these massive drafting races, don't you? So the guys are so close for so long. You know, mistakes are bound to happen.
Right, and with without further ado, I think it's time for the reverse grid wheel. See where that's going to end up, and who's going to be benefiting from that. I mean, it could be, like you say, it could be the likes of Stuart Atkinson, who persevered with the damaged car to get back, or it could be anyone as high as maybe Roy Verke, something like that.
Good spin. See where we end up. A small one. 26 it is. It's close. Very close to 22nd, but 26.
But to be fair, a small one probably is all right, because we didn't have that many finishers. 26 is Roy Verke, so he's going to be on pole position, the championship leader. Second is going to be Anwar Smith, back on the front row again. PC David Waldock is going to be keeping a watchful eye on them, keep them peeled. He's going to be starting in 3rd, Rafe Cullinan 4th, Max Wright going to be starting in 5th.
Great. All right, well, that's all the action from race 1 of the evening here on Apex Racing TV. We've still got 3 more to go, so don't go anywhere here on the channel, and we'll be back with more from the BSR MX5 Showdown.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos and danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. Sure, they've got the most accurate tracks and realistic cars out there, but that's just the start. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight, and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all are kept in the pits. Not to mention that with over 45,000 active members already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in on the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
Truex in the outside, contact made. 56 slides it into 4. Who's going to be at the stripe? Dead even, give it to Ryan Truex. Truex is your winner over Tandy.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
Back to Apex Racing TV. It's race 2 of the evening here at Monza, BSR MX5 Showdown, and wow, what a chaotic race we had in race 1, Adam. A lot of casualties, and several drivers will be looking to prove a point in race 2, I think.
Yeah, pretty small reverse grid, so we've got a few drivers that may have missed out on their opportunity of shining in race 1, being the opportunity to do something in race 2, like the likes of Anwar Smith, who had a pretty unfortunate end to the opening race, colliding with Josh Thompson and then colliding with everyone else that came through the first Lesmo. So he'll be back up at the front row, and yeah, everyone else a chance to get himself further up the grid, and maybe even with a chance of the third reverse grid of the day, the second reverse grid of the day.
It'll be interesting to see, Alex, what the stewards have to say about the Smith and Thompson incident, because to be honest, I didn't really get a good view of it. It happened really, really quickly. But what it has done for Smith is it's inadvertently given him a shot at redemption, because he was the pole sitter. So in theory, with a good reverse grid, he should have a chance of actually breaking away if he really has. If
he nails the start, they have a little battle behind, then he could just drive away with this one. So, but yeah, I mean, about that incident, it looked like a racing incident to me. You know, where they just, you know how sometimes you just get stuck together and you can't get apart, and it kind of looked like that.
Didn't look like anybody's fault, really.
No, no.
Yes, as we see every week, the stewards will decide. And one of the things, Evergrande's gravel trap, like I say, claimed about 8 cars on the first lap, and we said that's what it's for. We didn't have to bring out the safety car, which is always a bit of a relief to us, I think. But yeah, as we go down to the grid, then Adam, you'll be able to tell us who starts where and who's got the benefit, and it's the man who was leading the championship.
Yeah, Roy Verke starts on the pole position, car 2 in P1. He's going to be very happy with that indeed. We'll see what he can do in the Automech not killed car. Anwar Smith back at the front again, but this time starting second as opposed to first in race 1. Dale Wardock starting in third, Rafe Cullen in fourth, Max Wright starting in 5th, 6th for Chris Dane, 7th for Neil Bamber, 8th for Kip Stevens, 9th for Lewis Bibby and 10th for Joe McDonald. John Roberts in 11th, Robert Lundgren in 12th, Lorne Murray 13th, Stephen Baxter starting in 14th place with Rizzo in 15th, Nathan Davis 16th, Adam Hedgecock 17th, 18th Gareth Hickling, 19th Nick McCarron and 20th for Andrew Whitehead. Names to watch out for: Josh Thompson starting in 22nd, Stanislav Chapelewski starting in 26th place on the grid, starting towards the rear of the field. We've got Dan Hunt in 34th, and starting right at the very back in 45th place, it's going to be Matthew Bacon.
Hey then, ready for the start here at Monza in race 2. Who's going to take it here at the Cathedral of Speed? Find out now. The green flag flies. Good initial start by Verke, but a second phase by Anwar Smith is absolutely outstanding, and it's already drawing alongside the Belgian down to what would be the Rettifilio, but we go straight through there. Verke might get swallowed up here, because on the inside, PC David Holdock there having a good look as well, and almost pushing Anwar Smith through. You can see Max Wright 3 wide on the outside with Rafe Cullen, and I'm not sure who the car is on the inside. Number 45 is Neil Bamber. Here we go then. Look at this sea of cars going into the Curva della Roggia then. For the first time, Smith versus Waldock. Oh, contact!
And
Smith is over! And Smith is out. Unbelievable scenes at the Curva della Roggia.
Oh, there's a boosted car stationary and people are hitting it. Might be Andrew Whitehead, I think. Car 40, yeah, it is. But David Waldock has nicked Anwar Smith there, and yeah, he's plodding away into the lead.
Oh, very good. It didn't look like there was a lot of space given to Waldock there by Smith this time. Okay, yeah, tiny misjudgment, but he's ended up on his roof.
Waldock leads then. Chris Dane's in second. Good start from him. 4 positions gained. And third, Lewis Bibby, 6 positions gained. He was involved with the mess with Anwar Smith at the end of race 1. Then Neil Bamber in 4th. And Roy Verke losing out. 4 positions lost for him in the opening lap of the race, down to 5th place. Then Max Wright 6th. Rafe Cullen in 7th. 8th, Joe McDonald. 9th, Rizzo. And 10th, Lorne Murray.
Nice battle then between Bibby and...
Something's kicking off in the background. Just saw it really kicking off there.
Oh, it's 4 wide, isn't it? Is Dan Hunt involved?
Efford as well. Chepelevsky as well. All the big guys from race 1.
And the other police car of Daniel McCauley.
Can't hide the law, can you?
No, you can't fight the law either.
Can't hide from the law, no.
Because thin blue line of MX5s maybe at the moment.
Night on police camera action. It's Chris Danes versus David Waldock. Waldock's dropping down the order, but that's because of the slipstream.
I must admit, it is like an episode of Road Wars out here sometimes, and we're getting out there on the Monza tarmac today. Oh, what's he doing? He's going for the inside Macaulay, I thought for a second.
For the lead, side by side.
Oh, what's happening? It's happening all over the place.
Bibby leads. Chris Danes second, David Waldock in third. Now he's going to have to try and get past the traffic in front. Now this becomes traffic cops as up the inside goes Danes.
Danes having a go, Bibby pushes him onto the gravel. That slows him down. He comes back on quite jauntily, I thought, as Danes just, yeah, beautiful move by Bibby though, to get back on after he was pushed wide. Get back into the lead. Danes is going to have the slipstream. I don't think this one's over yet, Adam.
No, he isn't. I don't think it's over between Waldock and Bamba either. Bamba's just got a fantastic run out of second Lesmo. As here comes Danes.
It's brave to have a look up the inside into Ascari. Can he get it stopped? Yes, he can. That's an absolutely fantastic passive move, Alex, by Chris Danes. That was brilliant. Lewis Bibby's not easy to pass.
No, not at all. Unfortunately, kind of fruitless because the guys are going to come back at him again. So
Waldock.
They're battling right now, and all that's doing is allowing this whole pack to stay in contention. So
Chris Danes needs this lot to crash, really, doesn't he? To really have any chance of winning this race, at least, to use a snooker term, to winning the race in one visit, so to speak.
The problem for Danes is he's got front damage as well, so he's even slower when he's out front on his own. So
and here we go.
Lap 3. Now. It's a 8-lap race. We've managed to work out how many laps we can do in the 15-minute time limit, and it's 8.
That's quite a good way of doing it, actually. We weren't sure at first, but oh, look at this. Number 45, Neil Bamba. About the inside of a three-way battle here. But yeah, I think it's quite a good way because we get an accurate lap distance. And, oh, look at this! A lot of swapping and changing. It's like Talladega, where, you know, on the final lap of the Daytona 500 maybe as well, when the car at the front's changing lanes up and down the field to 3 wide in the middle. Dane's going for the lead again into the curve of Del Roger. That's a good move, but he's gone wide. He's off. He nearly comes back and hits Bibby. He's trying to squeeze Bibby.
Oh, someone's up in the background.
Contact. And Bibby's through. Bibby's through. Here comes Danes, so he's going to have a go into second. Lesmo. Oh, all this is doing is it's slowing them down. It's allowing the rest of the field to get their bearings again, and there's contact there. I don't know what that was. There was 3 cars involved.
Amber into Rizzo.
Oh wow, it's got busy behind now.
Now he's trying to look and dive and try and get out the way. 3 wide down the back straight. Oh, the cop is not happy. The copper is trying to tase him, I think.
He'll be doing people for dangerous driving. He's going to tase him. He's going to have a taser on his coming out of his car. Roy Ververke is up into 3rd, by the way, championship leader.
Back up there, yeah.
He was on pole. He was down to 6th. He's back up to 3rd. And the front 2 are away, Alex. It's brilliant for them.
Yeah, 2 seconds clear.
I don't know how, because they've been passing each other nearly every corner.
It all started when up the inside when flying Neil Bamba on Rizzo, and Rizzo's still in this one. So is Bamba, but then just outside the top 10 now. As I hear more contacts.
That's where Rizzo got absolutely hammered there. And Rafe Cullinan, well, he's going into combat with the boosted cars, Adam, and that's pretty difficult. They'll probably be working together somewhat to stave off the Irishman.
Thompson trying to get past Wright as well as they come down the front straight. That's for 8th place. Thompson, who was up there in race 1 before some issues on the final lap of the race. He's now up to 8th as Waldock and Ververke start going wheel to wheel.
Yeah, all sorts going on there as well. Don't forget the battle for the lead as well. It's so close, but where do you look at this situation, Alex? I'll let you make that decision because you're the one with the control. But Chris Danes right with Lewis Bibby. He's going to try and is he going to try and go through? No. I think he's realised the best tactics to try to break away. And here comes Stephen Baxter up into 3rd. That's David Waldock. And what's that? I can hear some contact.
Oh no!
Oh dear! It's Rizzo.
It's right. And it's
McIntyre,
sorry, yeah. What happened?
Well, let's have a look back, shall we? Let's see what happened here. Rizzo then up the inside of Thompson.
Where's Chris Danes gone?
He's still there.
He's just dropped back.
He's just dropped off
a lot. Yeah.
Maybe a slowdown that we missed.
Well, Max Wright went up the inside of Rizzo, and then a separate incident. McIntyre gets punted off by Gareth Hickling. May have been helped because Bamber went into the back of Hickling.
Yeah, it's all kicking off in the midfield today.
In this replay to see exactly what you're on about there, Adam. Just rolling through, we're heading down there now.
Two separate incidents, really. Yeah, Rizzo and
yeah, completely separate.
I don't think a lot of it is it's bad driving. I think a lot of it's kind of in these races. Am I right, Alex? It's probably just a law of averages. Monza just puts more cars side by side than pretty much any other track.
Well, yeah, there's that.
It's not necessarily that people drive worse here. It's a bit like Watkins, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, Watkins just bangs them back onto the circuit, you know, so it makes a 1-car incident or a 2-car incident a 10-car incident.
At least they go kind of, they get kind of hit off in different directions and into gravel and into, you know, grass runoff areas and things here, and yeah, they don't interfere with the rest of the field.
Oh, Waldrop was pushing Baxter down the straight, and they kind of got unconnected for a little while. You know how you can used to do it in the old NASCAR as well, and it just gets you a little bit loose.
It's such an uncomfortable.
They're okay, and they have
what's
caught
happened?
onto the back of Danes.
Massive crash. Brian Holmes
on his own, isn't he?
Brian Holmes, he was in 12th position. And no, it's not. It's with there's about four cars in a pack that were involved. Murray, it's Murray, and it's Holmes. Yeah. Either Holmes turned across Murray or Murray turned Holmes. I couldn't quite tell.
Only the one car that got DNF'd though. Poor Holmes.
Holmes was absolutely knackered there.
Oh, his car's gone. I've never seen the bottom part of the bumper come off before.
Oh dear, the whole thing's gone. Big crash for Holmes, but he was doing over 120 miles an hour, so I'm not surprised. Lewis Bibby has the lead of a second.
Coming down, isn't it? It's down to 8 tenths now as we go into the Ascari. Oh, Danes really hanging it out.
Danes is quick. It's just he can't seem to. He just needs to try and get that one good lap in. Him and Stephen Baxter, maybe they need to work together. Baxter's caught Danes. Maybe Danes should let Baxter try and catch Bibby and go with him, because he's proved he can make the overtakes, Chris. Side by side into Parabolica, all that's actually doing is helping Lewis Bibby.
Yeah, still well in the draft range at this point though, so I think...
Yeah, half a second. We're starting lap 6 here, so we're going to get 3 laps to go. So it should be opportunity for him. Baxter was the quickest of anybody on that last lap. We'll see who it is this time as we go over the timing line. Rafe Cullen has disappeared.
Yeah, dropping down the order. Saw that.
1.0 seconds at the front.
Be a DQ. Wait and see.
Might be, actually. Not quite sure. And also dropping down the order. Oh yes, Brian Holmes in the previous lap. Robert Lundgren and Lon Murray battling over 12th and 13th places. I don't think we've mentioned really either of these drivers much today.
This might not end well. Matthew Bacon, Peter Van Gool, Max Wright. 3 wide going into the... going into Curva Grande, I should say.
And Bacon and Barry. And yeah, Barry probably was a bit red-faced after the last round.
Making me hungry. Going into the De La Roche, yeah. You have some in the fridge. That could be a mid-race snack. But yeah.
Mid-race, mid-meeting bacon trip, Alex. I think that beats our biscuit and chocolate runs, doesn't it? Really?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, off goes Barry. I don't think he'll mind that. Apart from the 1X on his readout.
Probably
another one.
It's probably why Cullen got disqualified, really. The amount of 1Xs that we've been getting here today.
Yeah, I'm not surprised Barry ran off there. He turned in about 2 miles too early.
Just disregarded the track. Lié turned in at the Rozier for the second Lesmo. And oh, here we go, side by side, Barry and Bacon again. Barry absolutely flying into the braking area. No, he's not going to make it. Well, he makes it sort of. He's Dane's got a bad line though, and Bacon hits him. Oh dear.
Baines has got the lead from Bibby, by the way. That's happened pretty much under our noses.
This is a ridiculous battle going on here, though, isn't it? Oh,
Bacon
who's that going up the middle? Is it Van Gool?
Murray? Lundgren? No, I'm looking at wrong battle.
Peter Van Gool. He hits Bacon. Oh,
now that is a shame. Bacon had gained 32 positions.
I had, and that was oh dear.
Was in 16th. He's now
Thompson through the middle for the lead.
Van Gool out, by the way, as well. Oh my God, where on earth has Josh Thompson come from?
Oh
no, here we go. Oh,
Bibby.
he's sideways.
Oh, he's been helped.
It's going to be a big problem here.
God.
Big crash.
And over goes the boosted car of Roberts.
It's Bibby, it's Roberts.
Lost Baxter in that instant as
well.
well.
Baxter.
2 boosted cars.
And Chris Daines and Josh Thompson said, "Oh, thank you very much, lads. We will take this."
It's Daines v Thompson for the lead now. This is what's happened.
David Waldock's up to 3rd place. And Roy Viverke, the one who's leading the championship, is up to 4th.
Oh, Daines v Thompson.
McDonald's in there as well. Oh, dear Christ.
Thompson takes the lead going into the second Lesmo, so he hits the front with 1.5 laps to go.
Oh, this will be a good. This will be a good battle because Daines is aggressive, as is Thompson. It could just end up with David Waldock winning the race, to be honest, as well.
Here comes Daines.
Here comes Daines. He's enjoyed that passing move into Ascari. He's got the braking, Alex, absolutely perfect there every time.
Yeah, just nailed it once again, didn't he?
Brilliant.
He's not overshot it or anything because his line off the corner is great.
I find that the hardest corner on the course to brake for. I don't know about you.
Yeah, do you know what? I really struggle with Lesmo 1. That always seems to be my troublesome corner. I think the camber there is what makes it worse. But yeah,
Thompson regains the lead.
Ascari that's blind on the entry, but yeah, Josh Thompson, he's seen perfectly well in front of him, and he's seen a clear track.
1 more lap to go as we start lap 8. And the bump drafting begins. How far away is David Waldock?
Barry
He's about a second away.
Very close. That's another little battle that's going on.
Atkinson as well.
Oh, more bump drafting. Rizzo versus Atkinson. Yeah, that battle is going to go down right to the very end. It's a shame that Matthew Bacon isn't around to stay in that group as Thompson and Daines go into go past the Rettifilio and into Curva Grande for 1 more time. Oh.
I'm just seeing 3 wide here. Rizzo, Atkinson, Barry. Oh, it might be 4 because here comes Laura Bond. What's she going to do? Is she going to try it? No, I don't think she can actually. They've spread out quite nicely. What's going to happen here? I can't look, Alex.
No.
Oh.
I think Laura was sensible there. I might have wanted to go 4 wide, but I think it was been a bit silly. In the end, oh, what's this? Atkinson down the inside on Barry. He's through. That's a good one. It's a good one from Stuart Atkinson. Oh no!
Tank slapper there on the exit of the Della Rogia.
Massive tank slapper for Rizzo. Here comes Davies. And here comes
got everybody. He's up to 13.
Stelin Chepelevsky, Rizzo and Bond. Oh! 2 or 3 cars going through the gravel trap as well. This is the final lap. Josh Thompson. Got a couple of corners to go, Alex.
Yeah, good line through Ascari as well. Good exit. All the way. He's carrying more momentum, so exactly what he needs. 6/10 of a second. Daines is going to be close going into the braking zone, but
you know what? He might have enough of a long slipstream to get the overspeed that he needs, Daines. Oh, don't have a look into the Parabolica because that's going to ruin the exit. And lo and behold, it has. And Josh Thompson's going to take the win, Adam.
Here he comes then. Car 49, Josh Thompson. He had a good chance in race 1, but collided with Anwar Smith. This one, he's going to take the win, and Josh Thompson gets it here with Chris Daines in second and David Waldock rounding out the podium.
Good little battle to the line. This is Bibby, Hecklin and McDonald. Hicklin, sorry.
He's heckling.
Sorry.
Heckling, hickling.
Oh no, here we go. I thought they were going to start crashing over the line.
Oh, it's Rizzo, it's Atkinson, and it's also Davis.
Oh my goodness, look at this. Wow.
Who knows on that one?
Atkinson, followed by Rizzo, and then it was a Barry.
Davis by 0.003 of a second, Adam.
Wow.
Ahead of Atkinson, just. Then Rizzo, then Barry. Wow. What a good battle.
We wait for Ross McFarlane, I think, is actually the last finisher, because we did lose Roberts, Baxter, and I think we lost Giles as well. I know he's still limping around, but...
Oh, Giles' car is in the right mess.
31st place for McFarlane, and Giles is the last car running, I think, so he should take 30 seconds once he gets to the line.
R8. Big Giles.
Confirmed that Cullinan did not get disqualified. He has some connection issues, so no one got disqualified in that race, by the way. Some were pretty close. Max Wright.
That's good then.
Max Wright, who finished in 21st place, he had 19, so he was cutting it fine.
Alex, two things really before everyone finished the race. Josh Thompson from 22nd on the grid took the win there, fantastic. And but I think Chris Daines is going to look back on that final corner and just go, you know, maybe if I'd have just stayed right behind him through Parabolica, he'd have had a shot.
Yeah, I think you're right. Just needed as wide a line as he could get in, didn't he? So that he carried all the momentum off. He had a chance then of getting that run. You know, there is enough time coming off the Parabolica to get the slipstream and get side by side going across there. We've seen it done in the past. So,
but in the end, he went for that half move, and that's the classic.
Yeah, yeah. If you're gonna do something like that, especially against Josh will happily brake nice and late as well. You've really got to commit to it. So it would have had to have been a massive, massive dive, but.
But he'll learn for next time. You know, next time he comes to that situation, he'll know. You know, he'll know that it's probably take a different option. But still, second place, fantastic job. And Dave Waldock from third on the grid, finished in third. I think he'll be very happy indeed. Adam, if you could take us through the finishing order, yet another attritional race here at Monza.
Yeah, looking at the results, you'd expect not too many cars that started inside the top 10 to finish there. However, we did have quite a few in the end. Josh Thompson wins, second Chris Daines, third for David Waldock, fourth for Roy Ververke, fifth Neil Bamber, sixth for Lewis Bibby, seventh Gareth Hickling, eighth for Joe McDonald, ninth for Lorne Murray, and 10th for Robert Lundgren. Cars that started inside the top 10 to finish there. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in there. 11th for Nathan Davis, 12th for Stuart Atkinson, 13th for Rizzo, 14th for Michael Barry, 15th Stelian Chapelewski, 16th Laura Bond, 17th Matt Bacon, 18th Kip Stevens, 9th Jack McIntyre, and 20th for Jamie Ayres, 21st Max Wright, 22nd Nick McCarron, 23rd Adam Hedgecock with Daniel McCauley in 24th, 25th for Peter Van Gool, 26th Adam Broughton Grant, Lee Deemer 27th, Steve Hefford in 28th place with Andrew Whitehead finishing in 29th, and 30th for Rob Jackson, 31st for Ross McFarlane. And the cars that did not finish the race, John Roberts and Stephen Baxter both colliding on the final lap. Greg Giles in 34th, Craig Jones 35th, 36th for Rafe Cullinan with Brian Holmes finishing in 27th place. A.D. King in 38th with Vlad Zainchakovsky in 39th. And then the cars that encountered issues on the very first lap of the race. Adam McNally, Dan Hunt, David Ayres, Stephen Minton, Anwar Smith and Joe Clifford all out of the race very early on indeed. Anwar Smith started on the front row for both races, ended them out in both.
Oh. No luck at all, but I think in the first race he was very unlucky. I think in this one he might think that he might realise that he didn't leave David Waldock really any space. So I wonder. That's my view of it anyway, but people generally disagree with what I say anyway. But yeah, unlucky for Smith, and he's just going to have to go again and pick himself up and try his best in the next one. All right, Alex, reverse grid wheel time, then Wheel of Fortune. So what we'll get, I mean, the spin to win for somebody. If we have a full, it'll be Greg Giles, Adam.
29th we've got.
29 is Andrew Whitehead, another car that was spun around in the first corner. He's going to be on the pole position for race 3. Hefford second, Deemer third, Broughton Grant fourth, Peter Van Gool back at the front again after race 1, and Daniel McCauley will be starting in 5th for race 3.
I think Steve Hefford will be very happy with that. He's got definitely the pace to win the race, so we'll see if he can do that when we come back on Apex Racing TV. Still 2 races to go tonight in round 3 of the BSR MX5 Showdown. We'll see you in a bit.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos and danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. Sure, they've got the most accurate tracks and realistic cars out there, but that's just the start. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight, and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all are kept in the pits. Not to mention that with over 45,000 active members already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in on the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
On the outside, contact made. 56 slides it into 4. Who's going to be at the stripe? Dead even. Give it to Ryan Truex. Truex is your winner over Tandy.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
Race 3 is upon us here in the BSR MX5 Showdown. It's actually round 11 of the season, and first 10, Alex Simpson, have been thoroughly entertaining, I think.
Yeah, great start to the season, great racing. Obviously 2 immense tracks in the first 3 with Watkins and Monza, just massive draft. And this will give us a sign of things to come on Thursday night, of course. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how this race progresses. Relatively small reverse grid this time. Adam,
I think it just shows just how great this new MX5, I say new, it's been around for over 2 years now, but the new MX5 has been for iRacing.
Yeah, the MX5 has been brilliant in all series that we've been watching. Like the Roma Tech, we've been watching this, we've been seeing it in the MX5 beforehand. So yeah, really enjoyable season so far in the MX5 Showdown, and yeah, it's going to be here for the next 5 weeks or so as we continue in the BSR TC.
We go then. Andrew Whitehead has pole position alongside Steve Hefford, Lee Deemer, Adam Broughton-Grant, Peter Van Gool, Daniel McCauley. Top 6, here come the lights. Red lights are on. And the green light is on. Good start by Whitehead. Better one from Hefford. Cracking start by Deemer as well from the second row. Adam Broughton. Oh, look at Deemer. He's trying to force his way through on Whitehead. It's going to be a massive pile-up if they get this wrong. Lee Deemer. Absolutely brilliant. Getting ahead. And here comes the other Youth Energy car. Oh, he's cutting across Whitehead. And that could have been a massive accident, Adam.
Very close. Here we go then into Curva Grande. Very close indeed. Here we go.
Oh, Whitehead, what a save.
Not finished.
Oh no, it's McIntyre. He's off.
Where is he going?
Luckily, has Whitehead got steering damage?
Might have.
I think he got a whack. He got a whack, and I think he's broken something on the car. Andrew Whitehead, he's not steering straight. In fact, it's pitched over slightly, isn't it?
2 races in a row, isn't it, that he's not made it past the Roger.
Not his fault, but look at Steve Hefford going away at the front.
Oh, who's that in the background? Just went shooting off. Rafe Cullinan.
Oh,
into the wall, just like shot to the left.
Oh, here we go then. Through Curva de Seraglio and towards Varianti Ascari. Hold your breath, people. 3 wide.
In the mix there. We got McIntyre, we got Chepelevsky as well. Rizzo in there too. Rizzo around the outside of Chepelevsky into Varianti Ascari.
That's
very
really
good.
Really good by Rizzo and Chepelevsky. There with him.
What's happened with Laura Bond and Adam Broughton-Grant? They are disappeared.
There's a blue and green car that's in trouble as well. I can't quite see who that is, but somebody else is in trouble further down the order. Is it Gareth Hicklin? No, it's not Gareth Hicklin. I'm not sure who that is. There was a blue and green car in a lot of bother.
No, Josh Thompson was definitely was in bother, but he's blue and white. Over line we go to complete the opening lap. Then Hefford, or is it Van Gool? The 2 of them going wheel to wheel down the front straight. This is Hefford trying to keep the lead. Van Gool going for the lead here. Started 5th. Now trying to get the lead here. He has.
Yeah, it's good from Van Gool. He was quick in race 1, wasn't he? But then fell foul of the conditions a little bit. Fell foul of the other drivers. And here comes Hefford getting around the outside in Curva Grande. Baldock, McCauley and Deemer side by side as well. What a brilliant start it was by Lee Deemer. These 4 are clear, so if they are sensible about this, they could be battling out for the race win, Alex.
Yeah, I think you're right. Like you say, what they 3.9 seconds clear of that chasing pack. So just be sensible. Just leave the overtakes to down the straights for the moment, and then when it gets a bit busy, you know, a bit closer to the end, then get in there a bit.
Slow down for Max Wright. Yeah. He's very slow. I think he must have cut the Roger.
Mother of all slowdowns this circuit. No matter where you go.
The only other one I can think of that's just as bad is Spa. I got one on the first lap at Spa in the Club Series, I want to say, and yeah, it was just a terrible slowdown to get. Side by side between Davies and the boosted car of Adam Hedgecock. And behind them is another Rothmans car. It's Kip Stevens. We haven't seen Kip Stevens all night, I don't think.
No, we haven't.
He's been here.
Oh, Peter Van Gool's getting really bum drafted here, and it might end in disaster. You can see that Macaulay had to bail.
And now Van Gool got roughed up by Hefford, and I wonder if, and that's damage to the front left, the front right wheel arch of Hefford's car, Alex.
Car looking a little bit wounded as we go down the front straight, but Daniel Macaulay going to push him to the front.
Oh, and there's a Youth Energy car coming out the pits as well. We must have had problems at the start.
No way to look here. There's so much going on everywhere. So
lead battle, I reckon. Maybe.
That's it. Yeah, I'm locked in.
What do you make of this then, Alex? So far, this lead battle, because Hefford is obviously quick, but he had a bit of contact with Van Gool. Needs to be careful.
That's the thing. I just think they need to be careful, just for a few laps. Still building up this lead. Stellion leads that second pack now, so of course we know him very quick. Yeah, so 6 laps. You know, he could close this gap down if they just start to squabble a little bit.
Yeah, looking at the lap time. Sorry, I was just going to say the lap time he did last time was the fastest lap of the race, 2:01.7 compared to the 2:02s and 2:03s that they were doing the leaders.
I think the Youth Energy cars at the back of this group needs to just sort of settle in behind for now and just get moving and just get going and try to keep this lead, because that pack's going to be with them in a lap or two if they're not careful. And that was a 5-second lead they had over that pack, Alex.
Oh, Jesus! Macaulay gets all kinds of out of shape in the braking zone there for Ascari, but collects it up before making any contact with Hefford. And Cheppy using all of the track and more in the background there as well. And I have to say, he's coming very, very quickly, and he's bringing the pack with him.
He's really airing it out, is Chepelewski. Try and do the best he can. Through goes a Momo Racing car. That is Jamie Ayres. And Rizzo's got... Oh, Rizzo hits Chepelewski.
Run him out wide, didn't he?
Here comes, yeah, legitimate tactic at the Parabolica, I guess. And it's Hunt and Bibby. Oh, Bibby's trying to... You can't go on the inside. That white line, you shouldn't really pass through in there. We saw track limits penalties on Sunday, didn't we, controversially, but...
Oh, 3 wide, here we go.
Oh, and...
Oh,
God, it's going to be... Who's trying to make it 4 wide? That's McIntyre.
Oh, you can see that the green car of Hunt had to get out the throttle there, otherwise he was a goner.
This is ridiculous. Oh, my God.
Oh,
they're hitting each other slightly. Oh, here we go. It's
big
Rizzo
one.
into Chepelewski. And it's Bibby.
Well,
Bibby's off in the middle of the circuit.
Epi, if you
Be
ever
careful. Oh, no, big one.
Oh, massive. That is massive.
Massive one. It's Atkinson.
Oh.
Bibby did... Oh.
Well, if Chepelewski wanted a way to test out the strength of his new rig, I think that was it there, right there.
Oh, wow. That with a direct drive wheel in your hands, Alex, that one might hurt a bit.
Yeah, just a tad.
It was just a little bit of a tap. Bibby and Rizzo got stuck together. And then... Mayhem, yeah. That's all that can... all you can say, really. And then Stuart Atkinson comes through. Don't know if we can have an on-board shot from Atkinson's car, Alex.
We just caught the replay, close enough. Yeah, got a good shot of that. Yeah, he just didn't know where to go, did he, really?
Well, the barrier is such... Oh, dear, yeah. The barrier is such in Curva Grande, Adam. It's very close to the circuit, so you can't really see past it.
No, not really, especially if they're on the inside like Lewis Bibby was there. So would have been caught unawares. We saw a similar incident happen at Bathurst where there'd been a crash over the top of the hill and no one could see it going into the S's. So yeah, similar issue there, but it hasn't affected our lead quartet. They are still, our lead quartet as they come across the line out to start lap 5. This is Macaulay, Hefford, Van Gool and Dima just clinging on to them a bit now as there's a massive gap back to Jamie Ayres in 5th, 4 seconds.
Yeah, and that now is what this group really, really did need, because we were talking about it was a 5-second gap, it went down to 3 seconds, and here comes Daniel McCauley again going for the lead around the outside. Hefford's very quick round here, Alex. He was very, very fast early on and qualified in the top 10. But he can't use his pace here because, you know, the draft just doesn't allow it.
That's it, yeah.
McCauley's
exactly.
through. So, mate.
We saw this exactly the same last night. You know, the guys just couldn't break free, could they?
No.
At the front, Davis just moves ahead of the of Ayres for that second pack and up into 5th place.
Nick McCarron up in 6th place as well. Good job by Nick.
Biggest mover, I think, in there is Vlad Zajakovski, 26 positions gained. He currently lies in 13th place. Was the quickest driver of anybody on that last lap.
Yeah, and 25 positions gained for Anwar Smith, who he needs a good finish. He wants some good luck if he gets it. Cars that started in the top 10 that are currently sitting there, Adam, is only 6 of them. So, a bit attritional so far. How many drivers who have we lost so far? We've lost.
That's been all night, really.
Yeah, we've lost Bibby, Atkinson, Chepelevsky, Jones. Oh no, Jones is. Oh yeah, Jones is in the pits. We lost David Ayres, we've lost Joe Clifford, Adam McNally, Gareth Hicklin, Eddie King, Lorne Murray, Joe McDonald, and Rafe Cullinan. McCauley trying everything he can to try and get a gap, Adam, but it's just futile at the minute, isn't it?
Trying everything he can, but yeah, it's pretty hopeless, really. And they're going to go wheel to wheel again as we go down the front straight. That is probably what they don't want, because going wheel to wheel is obviously a lot slower than going in a single file. We see it in NASCAR, we see it even in road cycling and track cycling as well. It's really need the slipstream to benefit both cars, and that's what they're doing here. As Nathan Davis drops down the order, don't know what's happened to him. He's down to 8th, 9th. Is he in a pack somewhere?
Davis, yeah. He's in with the 3 Momo Racing cars and McIntyre.
Lap 6 of 8 then. And again, McCauley just holds back Steve Hefford. You can see he got a good run there through the Della Rossia. And having a look back at that second group, the Momo Racing Assault. We've got Davis, we've got the Rothmans car of a James car 73. That's Nathan Davis. We saw him dropping down the order down the front straight. Oh no, what's happened to Vlad? What's happened to Vlad? Oh no, spun at the Della Rossia.
He spun on the way in, did he?
I say spun, he got tagged, but I don't know whether he was
hit by Max Wright. Yeah, has he moved?
Did he turn across there?
Yeah, I think he did, to be honest.
Pauli's lead is a distant memory. Steve Hefford's hit it at the front now while we were looking at the replay of that.
I think they were both going for the same bit of track, but I think it was Vlad that moved over a bit more. I don't think Max Wright's to blame there at all. But again, we'll see what the stewards have to say. There's a bit of lap traffic for the leaders now, Alex. Oh God!
Where are they going?
What's he doing? What is he doing? Get off the circuit, man.
R204.
Joe Clifford.
Joe Clifford. Probably got Clifford the dog behind the wheel.
Get off the track, man. Dear me. You're going to do that in front of the leaders. Just move your ass. Get out of the way. That is just rubbish.
Having a little look at it back, as I didn't quite catch it on camera, so sorry, Joe.
The thing is, the guys coming through, like, I appreciate it's not easy for the lapped cars.
He's trying to get out of the way, and then he gets it all wrong, doesn't he? So it's just a mistake.
Alex sticking up for him. Well done. Hefford versus McCauley. This is the penultimate lap, by the way. Oh, you can see he's really trying to hold that inside line through the Curva Grande there, Hefford, as McCauley powers by on the outside. He's going to get the lead again, I think. Again, going into the Della Rossia. Indeed, he does. It seems to be a recurring thing here. And McCauley again, so good on the exit of the Della Rossia. He's been doing that for the last few laps. Unfortunately for Clifford, he's got the rest of the field about to come and lap him. Oh, it's kicked off, and it has kicked off. It's Rizzo.
Oh no, and McCauley's just spun as well and into the wall.
Oh, he couldn't
and he's going to come back on the track right in front of. Oh dear. Thought he was going to hit Clifford when he came back on, actually.
Oh well, Steve Hefford was so lucky that he didn't hit McCauley as he spun on the exit of the Lesmos.
Also, and you said it kicked off with the Rozier as well. So
yeah, Rizzo collided. May have been with his teammate. I didn't see it. Well, Rizzo's out. That's what's
there was
happened.
only Momo racing cars there, I think, though, weren't there? So
See what happened. Oh dear. Well, what happened
maybe
was car 46 Ayres went too deep into the Della Roggia. Then Rizzo tried to get it done, but went for the racing line, and Ayres was still there, and the two make contacts, and that's not gone at all well.
Oh, Clifford's in the wall.
Oh, and Kip
on the
Stevens.
wall.
Oh,
The exit of the Iscari.
yeah.
Someone
So
to Kip Stevens.
Kip Stevens clipped Rizzo when Rizzo was trying to rejoin the track as well. So a bit of damage. It looks like it's repaired itself actually since I've rewinded on. So fast forwarded on. I should say.
And Joe Clifford just got hit by Daniel McCauley.
Oh,
And McCauley put him in the wall at the exit of the Iscari. So
well.
Clifford, maybe one mistake by him, but that one definitely nothing to do with him at all.
One more lap to go then. Peter Van Gool trying to get a win for Youth Energy. They've had so many cars near the front in this race, but in this race meeting, but haven't been able to get a win. He's their best opportunity to do so tonight. Lee Deemer's not too far away, so if both of them do crash, it'll be Deemer that will almost certainly inherit the win.
They'll be deemed the winner.
Indeed.
Yeah, but I tell you what, it'd be great for Peter Van Gool to get a win. Alex, he's been at this for quite some time in the Kia Optima and in the MX5 and in a couple of other cars as well, and never seems to get any luck at all. And if he can take this one, he'll be well deserved.
Yeah, like you say, nice to see some new winners and everyone out there, isn't it? So.
I don't remember the last time Peter Van Gool won a race. Adam, do you?
No.
In this category or in the BSR TC?
I think in BSR MX5s, he's got a few wins on the Sunday when we used to broadcast it, as they both take the rallycross line.
Yes,
on the
he does.
As well.
Yeah, he does have some wins on a Sunday, so that's. But he's not won in the quote unquote main series, I suppose. But having a great race, and he's been very fast all meeting. He's been in the top 5 all the way through. He'll be trying to complete this win as Hefford's gone a bit deep into Ascari, still nursing the damage from earlier.
This is going to be pretty close actually. You can see the run that Van Gool's got on the exit of Ascari, but Hefford's doing what he needs to do, defend the inside line going into the final corner. This could be a photo finish on our hands. We could have a photo finish on our hands, I should say.
Because Hefford has the inside, Van Gool has the outside. He's going to have the long way around, Peter Van Gool. He's going to try and cut this one back. I don't think he's judged it that well.
The best cut back, was it? No.
No, it wasn't. But Steve Hefford won't care. He'll be loving that cutback because it means that he's going to take the win here at Monza. Race 3 goes to Momo Racing and it goes to Steve Hefford.
I can only guess that he couldn't see the breaking point or something, Van Gool there. But yeah, 3rd place for Lee Deemer, 4th for Daniel McCauley, 5th for Davis, 6th for McIntyre, 7th for McCarron, 8th for David Waldock in the end, and Kip Stevens pipping Jamie Ayres, who's managed to stumble across the line in 10th as Danes and Baxter go wheel to wheel. Well, oh, that's close.
Baxter's got a good run. What's he going to do, inside or outside? Can't cross all 4 wheels onto the inside, and that means Chris Danes gets there.
Greg Giles versus Brian Holmes, wheel to wheel here to the line. This is over 20th and 21st. That's going to be...
Oh, that's close.
Oh, that was Holmes by just over 100th.
That was a good pack there, just a second or two between them.
Oh, Rob Jackson versus the boosted car. That's
Robert Lundgren. Jackson's got a big margin on that last lap. It's going to be Lundgren that gets there, is it? Oh, it's close. Does make it by 0.2 of a second. Is Max Wright coming across, or is he out? Oh, he is coming across, but it might take him some time.
I don't know whether he got that damage from when Diane Jakovsky turned across the front or not, but
possible, isn't it? I didn't quite see. Wasn't the best bit of driving from Vlad, but Wright unfortunately was the one who paid the price mostly for that. I think Vlad was trying to just kind of, you know, brake, kind of squeeze right and brake into the corner, but it wasn't gonna work really, I'm afraid. Wright does finish the race though, and he's eligible for reverse grid pole for the 4th race of the evening.
I can see there how easy it is for the cars to roll over as he crosses the line.
Rizzo, Smith and McNally, did any of those actually finish? Did any of them actually finish the race? McNally did. Don't know about Smith. Did Rizzo finish the race as well?
Well, Rizzo didn't get DQ'd. That is the important. I guess that's what matters.
So he'll be. Well, even if he did, actually, I think it still counts.
Yeah.
So,
Smith didn't get DQ'd. No driver got DQ'd in this race.
So it'll count for the reverse grid pole. And yeah, Adam, just take us through the finishing order then for round 11 of the season.
Let's run through the finishing order. John Roberts does not take the win. Steve Pepper takes the win. Second for Peter Van Gool. Third for Lee Deemer. Fourth for Daniel McCauley. Fifth, Nathan Davis. Sixth for Jack McIntyre. Seventh is Nick McCarron. Eighth, David Waldock. Ninth, Kip Stevenson. 10th, Jamie Ayres. 11th for Matt Bacon. 12th for Adam Hedgecock. 13th place for Vlad Zion Shikovsky. 14th for Josh Thompson. 15th for Chris Dane. 16th, Stephen Baxter. Neil Bammer finishing in 17th. John Roberts in 18th. Laura Bond in 19th. And 20th place for Brian Holmes. 21st place for Greg Charles, just beating Adam Broughton Grant to the line there. Then Stephen Minton in 23rd, 24th for Michael Barry. Andrew Whitehead finishing in 25th place, the pole sitter. Didn't last long at all, unfortunately, for him. 26th for Ross McFarlane, 27th for Ivor Verke, 28th for Robert Lundgren, 29th for Rob Jackson, and 30th for Max Wright. And in the cars are one lap down or more, Rizzo and Anwar Smith. What an awful race meeting for Anwar Smith, it must be said. One lap down. If we do get a full, he'll be back on the front row for race 4. McNally 33rd, 34th Eddie King, 35th David Ayres, and Shepelevsky literally got cannons out of the circuit. He finished in 36th, 4 laps down. Craig Jones 37th, Stuart Atkinson. A similar thing happened to him really when he got caught blindsided going through the Curva Grande. Joe Clifford spun at the exit of Ascari, 39th, 4 laps down. Lewis Bibby 5 laps down along with Gareth Hickling, Lorne Murray, Joe McDonald and Rafe Cullinan out very early indeed. He finished in 44th, 7 laps down as we keep losing cars, I noticed, as the evening goes on. I think we started with 48, we're down to 44.
Yeah, there'll be some bruised egos, I think, as well out there on the circuit. Alex, you're going to help someone's ego feel a little bit better, though, I think. In terms of who's going to be on pole, the reverse grid will tell the story.
Yeah, let's see what we get this time around. Be a full. I think it's going to be a full. Indeed it is.
Well, that is Anna McNally on the pole. Second, Anwar Smith to make it a Youth Energy front row. Rizzo is going to be starting in 3rd. Max Wright 4th. Rob Jackson's going to be starting in 5th for the final race of the day.
Alright, so we'll see exactly how that's going to go. If it's anything like the first 3, I'm sure it's going to be great. So you don't want to miss it. You want to stay with us here on Apex Racing TV, where the BSR MX5 Showdown continues.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos and danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. Sure, they've got the most accurate tracks and realistic cars out there, but that's just the start. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight, and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all are kept in the pits. Not to mention that with over 45,000 active members already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in on the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
In the outside, contact made. 56 slides it into 4. Who's going to be at the stripe? Dead even. Give it to Ryan Truex. Truex is your winner over Tandy.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
Welcome along everybody for the final time tonight here in the BSR MX5 Showdown, the Monza circuit in Italy. Andrew Woodhouse, Alex Simpson and Adam Bath. And Adam, track temperatures have stayed very cool tonight, still 18 degrees, and it means some fast lap times, it means a lot of slipstreaming, and also means that we could be in for another pretty exciting race.
Really looking forward to this one. Yeah, it's been a good race meeting all evening. Saw some pretty big crashes in race 3. Hopefully it all goes pretty well for race 4. It's sure Youth Energy are hoping that. Peter Van Gool came close to getting a win in race 3. Now they've got 2 of their drivers starting on the front row in Ali and Smith. I'm sure they'll be desperate to get a win here.
So it's McNally, Smith, Rizzo, Wright, Jackson, Lundgren, Viverke, McFarlane, Whitehead and Michael Barry making up the top 10. About to get the lights. Round 12 of the BSR MX5 Showdown will be underway. Here we go then. Green light is on. 44 MX5s burst into life for the 4th time tonight. It's a good start at the front by Adam McNally. And Mark Smith trying to follow him, Rizzo trying to go to the left hand side. And behind them is Max Wright and Rob Jackson and Robert Lundgren. Youth Energy cars then trying to forge a path, Adam, but it's not working. Rizzo's going all the way around the outside.
This could take him to the lead, couldn't it, for Rizzo? He's got basically the faster line on the exit here. We'll see who's later on the brakes going into the Della Roggia. You can see Amwell Smith trying to make it 3 wide as well up the middle. And watch out for everyone else behind. That's Viverke, isn't it? Number 2 up the middle. Danny inside, and there's going to be contact surely.
Oh, my word. Nally right on the curve. Viverke's around, championship leader.
Oh, well, more cars going off in the background. Don't know who it was there, but it's a Rizzo that's got the lead as we go through the Lesmos for the first time. I
wonder if they were trying to avoid Viverke mostly, but we have an Italian driver in the lead in Italy. Anwar Smith, we're trying to stop that from turning into a win. McNally's in 3rd. Max Wright 4th, and then you've got Whitehead, who's actually made up 4 places already. Good start from the boosted team principal.
Needs to have a good race this time, doesn't he? He's been pretty unlucky tonight.
It's got a bit of speed in this MX5, so we'll see.
Smith and McNally already pretty close. Watch out for Max Wright as well. His car has been more broken than working tonight. He's trying to get the lead here. If I was trying to, first of all, get past Adam McNally, which looks like he should be able to do. He's even trying to take 2nd place away from Anwar Smith going into Parabolica.
Wright's going to make it 3 wide into Parabolica. What he tends to do. And McNally got out of it and positions himself for a run down the straight. He's going all the way around the outside to the left-hand side of the circuit here in Monza. Eldon Muse part of the track all the way over there. Going to get the slipstream again from the other Youth Energy car. Wright's got a hell of a toe on Rizzo, Alex, and he might catch him by the time he gets to the Roggia.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's such a huge run, you know. You can be almost a second back, I think, can't you? If you've got no draft ahead, you're pretty much sitting duck. They've got there way before that. He could be 4th before he gets into that corner.
Yeah, and he won't have done anything wrong. Oh, this is brave from Smith. I think it would be a little stupid, to be honest, if he tries for the middle here. Rizzo is super late on the brakes. Has Wright left him enough space? Yes, he has.
No, slow down. It's going to be a huge one as well again. Or is he carrying on? Yeah, I think it's going to be a massive slowdown for the 2nd race in a row.
That'll be the back of the grid probably nearly for Max Wright.
Of a shame for him. Oh, I hear contacts. Oh, and there's cars off. It's Barry, it's Bamber, and it's...
Oh, he's come back on! Big smash!
Rothman's car involved. Oh, and
that's
McIntyre, that's Davis, that's Barry, and oh no, McDonald nearly gets involved as well.
Probably got himself off the track quicker enough there, otherwise it could have been worse.
Could have been a safety car there.
Yeah.
What was that? What kind of rejoin was that?
Oh, not a very good one.
So it's comical the way he rejoins.
That was how he rejoined in the first
Who is that car?
The first round though, wasn't it?
Credit to Lewis Bibby. I've never seen anyone be more full throttle going into an incident. Probably seen the days of thunder. Dear me.
Bibby just gave absolutely no Fs there, didn't he?
He had no fear. Oh.
No fear, no Fs.
Pinball
no
there.
nothing. And no front end on that MX5. That's another thing beginning with F, isn't it?
So that question that has really made me laugh there. But Rizzo versus McNally as we cross.
It's the worst. You know what? That's up there with some of the worst rejoins I think I've ever seen, Mr. Simpson. That.
Yeah, I didn't go back and look at the actual rejoin, but
it might be a good thing.
It's never gonna be good.
It's worth it just for comedy purposes, to be honest.
They're just Bibby flying.
You know what? I think you have to go back. It is name and shame because, to be honest, that's two of them now in the same meeting. But well, it's worth probably having a look. The stewards will definitely have a look at that.
We'll have a look at the end.
Yeah, Bibby's on board, I think, will be one to watch.
Oh,
here
look
we
at
go.
this lot at the front.
2 by 2.
Rizzo, McNally. Rizzo's very late on the brakes into the Rosia. That's helping him. McNally's on the inside. Oh, he hits the curb hard again. And sometimes... What? Oh, it's Danes! Danes is around. He's collected McIntyre a little bit. Is it McIntyre? No, it was McFarlane, is it?
Yeah,
McFarlane
Ross McFarlane
in 127, sorry. The base car.
Same for Danes, really, because he had a very good race 2. And race 4, it looked like he could be on for even more better things, but hasn't gone well at all. One thing that has worked out for one driver, and that's Andrew Whitehead. He's up in 4th place, caught up those 3 cars in front. Brian Holmes as well getting tagged along here, and it's wheel to wheel for the lead again.
Oh, Anwar Smith going for the lead. And finally, Smith, who started on the pole tonight in race 1, gets back to the front of the race.
Right, it's a Youth Energy sandwich here. Rizzo is the BT filling. It's our equivalent of the Italian BMT. It's Subway.
Other sandwich retailers.
One of the coppers is into the wall.
It's Macaulay. It's Macaulay, and here come the fuzz.
Was that pit manoeuvre gone wrong? Was it? What happened? Oh, he's gone on his own. Oh, the advanced driving course failed him there, didn't it? Dear me.
I think they need MX5s in the...
Oh, what's this? White? Oh, God, look at them all.
The darting
about. 5. Whitehead's going to make it 4 wide.
And the bump drafting is on between Brian
word.
Holmes. Brian Holmes fancies the lead here.
Look at the 3 Youth Energy cars. Trying to get to the front. Not getting much advantage from the bump drafting.
Good luck, guys.
Look at this. It's going to be chaos.
Nice knowing you all.
Yeah. This is not going to go well.
Well, Rizzo somehow has the lead, but for how much longer? Brian Holmes will surely push his teammate if he can. He's getting on the brakes as well.
I'll be honest, I don't know how he's got the lead because the 3 Youth Energy cars were slipstreaming each other, bump drafting each other.
Made a right mess of that.
Mess of it. But he stayed in front, good exit.
3 wide into the Lesmos.
Oh, here we go then. You've got to be brave from the outside. If Rizzo wants to keep the lead, he's going to have to go all the way around.
And
he's on the marbles. Oh, he just about keeps it. Oof. Whitehead's going to try and dive up the inside of Rizzo. This isn't going to end well, I don't think. Whitehead's going to wash out. Oh. Just about avoids the contact. Fantastic racing, though.
Yeah, Van Gool, biggest mover in the field. Another Youth Energy driver. 22 positions gained for the race 3 winner. He's up to 10th.
Brilliant from Van Gool.
Also, good jobs by Stevens, Kip Stevens. He's 18 positions gained now. The Rothmans livery car.
Josh Thompson has gained over 2 seconds on this 1 lap, Alex.
Yeah, that's crazy. Just goes how much they're battling.
Flying towards this
really picking up the pace as well.
What was his last lap? 203.3. What are the leaders doing? 204s.
Yeah. Brian Holmes did do a 202, however, that was because he was just arriving on the scene, wasn't he, at the end of the last lap? 3 wide into the Parabolica.
Oh, Rizzo,
How did Rizzo do that? How did Rizzo do that?
Very good. That's what that is. Yeah. Oh, he's got hit though. He got hit by McNally, and that allows Holmes to go around the outside. Momentum was lost. Look at Holmes. He's on the forbidden area.
Josh Thompson get all of them here because he's arrived at a fair rate of knots.
He could slipstream his way past all of them if he picks his spot, if he picks his line. They are 4 wide again, ladies and gentlemen, nearly down the main straight. Oh, if you go on board with Thompson, Alex, you can just see the sea of cars that he's got to try and negotiate.
Oh no.
And they're all
Whitehead.
slowing down. Oh. What do you do, Alex, in this situation? Where would you put your car? You're Josh Thompson.
You can't really go for anything at this point, can you? You know, just try and you just got to pick a line basically and see if it you know, you can get a better run.
Mesmerising to watch, I tell you, from Thompson's point of view, because he sees somebody gone from this group. It's Whitehead. Is Whitehead gone? Has he?
No, he's still there.
Who else is? Who's actually gone from this?
It's just it's McNally that's starting to lose a bit of touch, isn't it?
Oh, he's coming back to it now, though. He must have made a mistake that I didn't see from my camera angle. But Adam McNally, yeah, he doesn't want to lose touch completely. They've got a gap of 5 seconds. The car's behind, headed by Jamie Ayres, as it was in race 3. McNally on Thompson into Ascari. Wide. Oh, that might be over the sleeping policeman. Not Daniel McCauley.
That's a good one there.
He was sleeping earlier on that very corner.
I remember
to be honest.
earlier today we did try and find the Italian definition, or Italian translation for sleeping policeman.
And what did you come up with? You've got to tell us now.
Oh, we'll just type it in for you as we come out parabolic. It is. They're going to be hitting the Poliziotto Addormentato as they come across the line.
That was it. I must admit I have forgotten. Holmes and it's Smith leading then by a fraction. Then it's Holmes, then it's Whitehead and Rizzo side by side. Then it's Thompson and McNally in close competition with each other. There's a car coming out of the pits. That is Eddie King. Oh dear, that car looks like it probably shouldn't be on the circuit. Don't want another incident like, near incident like was in the last race. Oh,
crazy
Rizzo's
battle.
on the grass. Sorry, Adam.
I was just about to tell you about an amazing battle for 15th that's going on, involving Bacon and Hefford and another policeman, as I hear contact. Oh, it's off. Off is Adam Broughton Grant through Curva Grande.
Oh, and off is Holmes. He made a right mess of the Rogia. Whitehead hits Rizzo. 3 wide. Thompson's coming as well. Thompson hits Whitehead. He's trying to burrow his way through using the boosted car. As a battering ram, and Whitehead hits Rizzo. Rizzo's around. He's off into the gravel.
What's he doing, Adam McNally, number 4?
Don't know, but Andrew Whitehead there hitting Rizzo. Rizzo's off into the gravel. That's no good at all from Whitehead, really. Bit of misjudgment.
He's had to tow back to the pits as well. Well, what this means is that Anwar Smith has a 2.2 second advantage, well, 1.8 second advantage over Adam McNally.
Oh, and he'll be loving that. He'll be absolutely loving that, Anwar Smith, having started first in race 1. Might end the day first, but I reckon Josh Thompson has the pace to get back up to him. Don't know why, I just think he's the man on the move at the minute, Alex, is Thompson. A bit damaged now, though.
Yeah. 1.8 seconds are just about in the draft, aren't they? So I think he just needs to time these overtakes so he doesn't lose too much momentum. And no time, that's the important thing, and he'll still get that draft. McNally's got a bit of damage, so he's not the best person to be trying to draft up to Smith at the minute.
That'd be Holmes, actually, but do Youth Energy really want to get up to Smith because they risk losing the win to Thompson?
Yeah.
I wonder if it's better for them to stop Thompson from making any progress.
Right then, 2 laps to go, gap 1.5 seconds. Here comes Thompson.
And the key there, was McNally did not have an overlap. So Thompson allowed to get through. If McNally will have a little dabble into the Rogia, but or is it going to be Holmes? Holmes actually has got a bit of a run. Here comes Whitehead back on the scene again. Holmes up the inside.
Good move.
Holmes is through, very good. So you've got to get that move done, Alex. You've got to really commit to the first part of the chicane. And Van Gool spun.
Well, Van Gool, who was in 8th place, that is a shame. Had gained 24 positions. He's only lost a few. That's Kip Stevens through, and also the police car there of David Waldon.
In for Van Gool, unfortunately for him.
Up down to 1.3 seconds now between Brian Holmes and Anwar Smith. gap's down to 1.2. It's amazing how quickly the gap comes down when you're in a pack.
It is, isn't it? And Smith is going to be thinking, God, the timing is just against me because 1 and a bit seconds, it was 1.8.
Down to 1.1.
Now down to 1.1, and it's going to come down some more, which is the draft in this Mazda MX-5. And Alex, it looks like they're going to catch Smith at just the wrong time for the driver of the number 88 car.
Yeah, I mean, he won't want that, will he? So he's going to be right on the last lap, and I think they're going to get a huge run this time as well. So, like you said, they didn't work it very well, did they? Youth Energy there.
Well, because Thompson can still take the win. Whitehead's probably out of it, but still, you never quite know.
They battle once through the chicane. You know what I mean? It's he'll be right on him, so he's in the game as well.
Thompson pushing Holmes towards his teammate Anwar Smith. What's the speed difference? Smith doing 197 kilometers an hour. Holmes and Thompson 205, 206. They're gaining at a rate of 5 miles an hour, Adam.
We go to the final lap. This could be something special here. Thompson's just ran out of Thompson just ran out of space.
Brian Holmes.
He's going to catapult himself to the lead, Brian Holmes, if he gets this right. We saw him do a good move into the De La Roggia. Josh Thompson's making it 3 wide. Getting on the brakes. Please, Josh, do so. And he does.
He might be able to nick a position here from Smith if he... Smith
Right,
makes a mistake. In fact, it hasn't needed a mistake from Smith. It's just a very good drive out there by Josh Thompson. And very nicely done up the inside into second place. Anwar Smith's driven an impeccable race. There's nothing he could have done about these guys catching him, really. Now what he needs to do is, like I said earlier, after 2 bad races, pick yourself up, get going again, and try to use this second half of the last lap. Get back to the front. Pass Josh Thompson, maybe pass Brian Holmes as well.
Half a lap to go, and the gap sits at 0.6 of a second. Josh Thompson does not need Anwar Smith harassing him here because he really needs to get after Brian Holmes to get that half a second down to nothing by the time we get to the line.
Yeah, and that's meant that Thompson's had a poor Ascari. Going to do then? Final lap, coming to the final corner. Smith's got a slipstream off of Holmes. Look how that slipstream pulls
Him up, aren't they?
towards the parabolica. He's going to be fully clear, Anwar Smith. He is. Holmes still leading. Thompson into the parabolica. He's got as tight at the line as he can. He's got a great exit as Josh Thompson. And this one's going to be close, Adam, as they drive for the line.
But have to get the official timing up here. I think it should be Brian Holmes.
Oh!
As Anwar Smith and Thompson collide.
It's going to be a quarter panel nearly, and Thompson hangs on to it. But it's Brian Holmes who takes race 4.
Van Gool's going to come around the final corner and take 8th place. He didn't really lose anything from that spin, did he? He's going to get that 8th place there.
McIntyre and Baxter are having a good battle as well. Verke and McCarran, they look very close.
He lost 2 spots in the final lap. He gained 2 spots in the final lap. Did Van Gool. Verke takes McCarran on the line for 14th place. That'll do Roy's championship no harm at all. Stelly and Chepelewski end up gaining 20 places in the end. And Lon Murray actually 24
Donald
places.
That looks very close as well.
Here we go then. Oh, good overspeed by McDonald. He's not going to get there. He's going to try and hit him.
No.
Oh dear, I'm not sure about that one.
Qualified after the line, but yeah, as we know now, it's they've accounted for that.
I don't know if the stewards will have a look at that or not, but yeah, it's a very close battle at the end. And wow, Adam, what a great meeting that was in the MX-5s. That was brilliant.
Enjoyed that one. Monza this week, Watkins again last week. We both of those tracks really good for slipstreaming, and this car just loves it, doesn't it? And what a fantastic meeting that is. Let's run you through the finishing order then from race 4. Brian Holmes wins. 2nd, Josh Thompson. 3rd, Anwar Smith. Adam McNally finishing in 4th place. Andrew Whitehead finishing in 5th. Jamie Ayres 6th. 7th for Max Wright. 8th for Peter Van Gool. 9th, Kip Stevens. And 10th for David Waldock. 11th place finish for Stephen Baxter, 12th for Jack McIntyre, 13th for Vlad Zayan-Tchaikovsky, and Roy Verke finishing in 14th place, Nick McCarran 15th, Selin Chepelewski finishing in 16th place. He won way back at the beginning of the evening in race 1. 17th for Lon Murray, 18th for Adam Brawson Grant, 19th Ross McFarlane and 20 for Daniel McCauley. 21st for John Roberts. 22nd Craig Jones. Joe McDonald finishing in 23rd place. 24th Laura Bond. 25th Matthew Bacon. 26th David Ayres. 27th for Steve Hefford. And the car's 1 lap down or more. Robert Lundgren 1 lap down in 28th place. Adam Hedgecock as well 1 lap down. Cesario Rizzo 2 laps down. Gareth Hickling 2 laps down. Another 0 for him. Eddie King as well. Neil Bamber. Rafe Cullinan. Greg Giles. Chris Daines. Stuart Atkinson. Nathan Davis, Rob Jackson, Alex Malensky, Michael Barry, Lewis Bibby out. The best ways to get out of the race of the year, I think. And Lee Deemer and Stephen Minton all out as well very early on indeed. Might be able to have a look back at that crazy first lap as Steve Hefford's only just come across the line, I noticed, to take 26th place.
And that rejoin was something special, wasn't it? Think,
yeah, halfway around lap 2.
Yeah, Alex, what have you got there? Do you have it?
Yeah, well, I've gone back to the start of the race, so where are we heading? Who do we need here?
Well, the car that rejoined was, as he goes through the field, it's car 6... Oh, excuse me, 2 seconds. It's car 675, just trying to find which one that is. That's Michael Barry that we need to focus on. Oh, dear. Again, and I mean, Bibby could actually see what was going on there because he was right behind car 79, Peter Van Gool, who just about avoided it all.
Yeah. It was a mess. Big mess. You can see any of... Did you catch
this
that?
Is lap 2, did you say it was?
Yeah, lap 2 it's on.
Yeah, so we're just... obviously I've gone from the green flag, so we're just having to play it through. Watch the opening lap again.
Well, while Alex is doing that, we can remind you of where we're going for the rest of the season in the BSR MX5 Showdown. Watkins Glen last week, Monza this week, and next week, as patience for the sheet to open. Next week we head to Sebring in America, and we'll be going to Interlagos in Brazil. Now that's going to be good for the MX5s, and then we'll end the season at Road America in Daytona.
Yeah, the calendar continued to throw up some exciting racing, I'm sure. But the touring cars are going as well, of course, it mirrors that. And we're going to this very circuit on Thursday evening, Adam, as well, as the third round of the showdown continues. That championship taking shape nicely.
Really looking forward to that as well. Loads of good action coming up between now and the end of the season. The SRTC really open at the moment. Four different drivers winning the last few races. Speedovich, Sutton, Hackerson all doing well as Glatzel and Dan Craft, and even Mark Johnston was able to get a win for Alphaletec a few weeks ago. So yeah, really looking forward to Monza this week.
Right, we're just starting lap 2, so we're not too far away.
It was unfortunate, but I think it was a big enough crash that I think we have to see that. Yeah, I mean, there's some great performances tonight, I think. Out there, likes of Peter Van Gool making a lot of places up. Josh Thompson, I thought, was very good. Really, a lot of drivers just performing very, very consistently, Adam, really.
About to find out then Alex's opinion on this rejoin.
Yeah, here we go, I feel.
Yeah, Barry. How does Barry get involved in it for starters? It's him and Laura Bond that collide going into the Lesmo.
Oh, that wasn't pretty, was it?
No.
And then a Bibby.
I'd say the only good thing that Barry did there was he got on that escape key pretty quickly. Otherwise, it could have ended up a lot worse.
Probably out of embarrassment more than anything else. But yeah, definitely. Bibby, you're right. It just, I mean, did you say he was unsighted?
I think, yeah, because the 79 car Van Gool literally ducked out the last minute, and then off he goes.
Well, that is how you finish an evening's racing, ladies and gentlemen. So, well, thanks for joining us here on Apex Racing TV. This has been the BSR MX5 Showdown. And from myself, Andrew Woodhouse, from Adam Bath, and from Alex Simpson, it's a very good night, and we will see you on Thursday night for the touring cars.